Sefer Shemot, Parashat Beshalach, 4th Aliyah. Hashem said to Moshe, "Stretch out your hand over the sea, and the water will go back upon Egypt, upon its chariots and upon its horsemen." Moshe stretched out his hand over the sea, and toward morning the water went back to its power as the Egyptians were fleeing toward it. And Hashem churned Egypt into the midst of the sea. The water came back and covered the chariots and the horsemen of the entire army of Paro, who were coming behind them in the sea. There remained not one of them. The children of Israel went on dry land in the midst of the sea. The water was a wall for them on their right and on their left. On that day, Hashem saved Israel from the hand of Egypt, and Israel saw the Egyptians dead on the seashore. Israel saw the great hand that Hashem inflicted upon Egypt, and the people revered Hashem, and they had faith in Hashem and in Moshe his servant. Then Moshe and the children of Israel chose to sing this song to Hashem, and they said the following: "I shall sing to Hashem, for he is exalted above the arrogant, having hurled horse with its rider into the sea. The might and vengeance of God was salvation for me. This is my God, and I will build him a sanctuary, the God of my father, and I will exalt him. Hashem is master of war. His name is Hashem. Paro's chariots and army he threw in the sea, and the pick of his officers were mirrored in the sea of reeds. Deep waters covered them. They descended in the depths like stone. Your right hand, Hashem, is glorified with strength. Your right hand, Hashem, smashes the enemy. In your abundant grandeur, you shatter your opponents. You send forth your wrath. It consumes them like straw. A blast from your nostrils, the waters were heaped up. Straight as a wall stood the running water. The deep waters congealed in the heart of the sea. The enemy declared, I will pursue, I will overtake, I will divide plunder, I will satisfy my lust with them. I will unsheathe my sword, my hand will impoverish them. You blew with your wind, the sea enshrouded them, the mighty sank like lead in water. Who is like you among the heavenly powers, Hashem? Who is like you, mighty in holiness, too awesome for praise, doer of wonders? You stretched out your right hand, the earth swallowed them. With your kindness you guided this people that you redeemed. You led with your might to your holy abode. Peoples heard, they were agitated. Terror gripped the dwellers of Philistia. Then the chieftains of Edom were confounded. Trembling gripped the powers of Moab. All the dwellers of Canaan dissolved. May fear and terror befall them. At the greatness of your arm may they be still as stone. Until your people passes through, Hashem, until this people you have acquired passes through. You will bring them and implant them on the mount of your heritage, the foundation of your dwelling place that you, Hashem, have made, the sanctuary, my Lord, that your hands established. Hashem shall reign for all eternity. When Paro's cavalry came with his chariots and horsemen into the sea, and Hashem turned back the waters of the sea upon them, the children of Israel walked on the dry land amid the sea. Miriam, the prophetess, sister of Aaron, took the drum in her hand, and all the women went forth after her with drums and with dances. Miriam spoke up to them, "Sing to Hashem, for he is exalted above the arrogant, having hurled horse with its rider into the sea." Moshe caused Israel to journey from the sea of reeds, and they went out to the wilderness of Shur. They went for a 3-day period in the wilderness, but they did not find water. They came to Marah, but they could not drink the waters of Marah because they were bitter. Therefore they called its name Marah. The people complained against Moshe, saying, "What shall we drink?" He cried out to Hashem, and Hashem showed him a tree. He threw it into the water, and the water became sweet. There he established for the nation a decree and an ordinance, and there he tested it. He said, if you hearken diligently to the voice of Hashem, your God, and do what is just in his eyes, give ear to his commandments, and observe all his decrees, then any of the diseases that I placed in Egypt I will not bring upon you, for I am Hashem, your healer.